Good evening and welcome back to another show. My name is Matt and I'm your host. Stateside Blues, Monaco post-match reaction. Yeah. Some are in a ranty mood, I can tell. Some are back on the pep out train. Some are on sell half the squad again. Listen, your choice, your opinion. It is what it is. I'm going to let the lads go into it. Let's say some hellos and we'll get shooting. Haaland, GOAT, City till we die. Yeah, that was just me earlier on. Robbed. Absolutely shocking from Dyer. Shame on you. Amar turning down 70 to will go down as one of the biggest mistakes the club has made. A bang average player. Also, Tijani's another player that's not good enough. Mediocre FC is what we are. I blame the referee. See, I told you were going to get a variety of things tonight. Pep made the wrong sub. Should have took a Bernardo instead of Doku. Tried to get the third because we counter-attack. Bernardo got the ball and kills counter-attack. This is where we need to kill games. We don't have to worry about the ref season. We score more goals. Yes, the ref was poor, but we had more than enough chances to win the game. Hopefully, City have put an 80 million buyout in Sabino's new contract. Let's just hope Spurs don't watch him. That's just responding to Cade. And that's responding to David. I want to know which two people got sent off from the bench. Coaches. Amar. Oh, that's just responding to Amar. Yes, everyone smash those likes. Subscribe on through back of my eyes. I asked Baz why NUFC conceding late goals. Feel like a mug. We've done it. We've done it twice in the last 3 games. Big up Dash with the Samaritans link, mate. Appreciate that. Positives, Erling Haaland turning up and very few that takes accountability and being clinical. Phil Foden carrying the midfield. Doku causing danger. O'Reilly, Diaz fairly decent. Everyone was blaming Diaz for the first goal. Could have won that game, but no, we didn't because the referee wanted to give Monaco a stupid penalty. It was a shit penalty, but guess what? The minute a team has to rely on a piece of technology when only having a goal up, then you foot yourselves. We failed to kill off the game. Coaches, one coach from them and one coach from ours got sent off. If covered his fit, then dropped Reinders and start him against Brentford. He's having stinkers lately. Good evening, DC. Good evening, Mark. How are you? We'll let them off the hook tonight. Connor raised a leg up, asking Peref to give a penalty. DC. Blue Art, how are you doing? The way I see it, Nico cleared the ball. Looks like he did it, and it looked like it too. Dyer's head's gone towards the ball and foot. Nico actually makes contact with the ball, very harsh penalty. Better book up their ideas for Brentford, says Cather. At the end of the day, you're asking for trouble. If you don't put the game to bed, that's happened twice now in the last 2 away games. Arsenal more understandable, but today was not good enough. Good evening, everyone. I'm also through Monaco were better than I thought. Don't know why Doku came off. Martin is right and Nico J. Anyone on the go, Martin? There's some people's opinions, mate. Nunes, I feel sorry for you. He should have started. Oh, everyone wants Mateus Nunes back now. That's weird. Anyone say flip-flop? Big up for Luke. Another disappointing draw. I'm really disappointed with our performance in the final third. Hope we don't play that against Brentford. Unlucky result need to be better. No excuses. Raised foot should not mean pen. Well, there is actually no rule in the actual rule book about that, you know. Weirdly enough. Savini on Stone's getting cons after this. Yep, the rebuild also needs to be on the board now. Oh, we're on the board now, says Jarvis. Yes, lads, great point. The rub continues a long shot, a dodgy pen. Cruel ending. By the way, Gavardiol isn't getting away with this. And listen, we all have Josh Cooper today. Balogun absolutely destroyed him to the cleaners. If it was Ruben Diaz, to be hellfire. Good evening, Stay. Ref was a dickhead. We had Monaco until Spanish ref was made it about him. Good to see the panel. Hope you're all well. Right, yeah, we'll get into it. There's loads of people on, so good evening. Good evening, Rajat, Danny, Ed, and Tariq. How are you, gentlemen?
I'm not bad, mate. Not bad.
I'm
all good.
Kind
Happy
of
to be back.
Crappy mood, if I'm going to be honest with you. I enjoy being here with you, gentlemen, so I'm, glad about that. But you know how when you see family at a funeral, it's like, I love seeing you, but I hate the circumstances. I hate the fact that we got to come on here in under these circumstances because it didn't have to be this way. And that's a little frustrating. So not comparing this to losing a loved one or anything like that, but just trying to make the point that I can enjoy seeing you and hate the way that I feel when I'm seeing you. So we'll see.
Yeah. I think the chat's been fairly level-headed, but across social media, I've seen either end of the spectrum. I've seen one end saying Pep out, sell everyone, sack the board, and then the other end saying we only drew because of that bad call, and I sort of sit right in the middle. I think
he's sacking the board.
Oh, I know. I think we're a good team. I think we've righted the ship. I think we're on a very good run right now of not losing games, but I don't think we're a great team yet. I think a great team puts a fork in that match and doesn't put itself in the line of fire of unpredictability like we did against Arsenal, like we did against today, we did against Brighton. So again, if you take your chances, you're not relying on a coin flip of a penalty to decide a result. So, if you score the 3-1, if you score the 4-1, that's a non-factor, and that's a frustrating bit. In the long term, it's fine. We're still in the top 8 of the competition, and you probably only need 16, 17 points to make it. So it reduces our margin for error, and we'll probably have to try a bit harder in the games in January as opposed to just throwing them out the window. But fine performance, frustrating result, and just hopefully we're a bit more aware in the final third against Brentford and get the 3 points then. So I'll hand it over to someone else.
Yeah, I can go. I agree. I mean, obviously, I think everyone thinks we played well enough to win the game. I feel like the performance was, for the most part, good. It felt like there were many opportunities to find Haaland, and some players took it up upon themselves to try and score a goal or get a shot off rather than make that extra pass to Haaland or back across goal for a sweaty goal, whatever. But I don't know. I think when you have for my money, the best player in the world, like Haaland is so good. I every time I watch him, it's like we have a chance because of this guy. That's how good he is. His header was probably the best header he's ever scored for us. That comes to mind. It was an outrageous header. The dink was fantastic. He made an outrageous run. Vardiol finds him on that one. But I mean, the guy could have 5 goals today. Like, there are multiple instances where dudes are just not finding him when he is in an opportunity to score. And, maybe the guy thinks he's got a decent opportunity to score, but Haaland's decent opportunity to score is it has a higher level of conversion than anyone else. And maybe that's what we're missing. We're missing some Marmouche, some guys that can score goals. Like I don't know. Foden is a bit unlucky to not have scored as well. That was, great run he made off the post. We hit the post again another time, and then it's an unfortunate penalty to give away that throws the result away. So it's frustrating. I think the performance was actually pretty good. Their other goal was a wonder goal. The guy scored 6 goals in the last 7 years. I checked. Like, what are you going to do? I don't think anyone's expecting him to shoot from 25 yards out, and he just puts the top corner. It happens. I think we're still in the top 8 at the moment. Like, it's all right. We're fine. Let's win at the weekend. That's how I feel.
I mean, we kind of have to be fine because there's nothing else we can do at this point. I mean, the game is over. We have to move on, and we can't dwell on it. And we do have another match coming up in 3 days or whatever. So yeah, you're right. We do need to just kind of put it behind us and move on. But it's just not good enough. The reality is, it's just not good enough. We have been shown, I'm gonna say time and time again, but this goes back to last season, and maybe that's not fair, but we've been shown to be, I guess, I don't know if fragile is the right word, but yeah, there's no reason for us to lose. Well, not lose. We lose 2 points. We drop points. We shouldn't be dropping points in this match. Even if they were at full strength, we shouldn't be dropping points, but they weren't at full strength. They had like 8 players out, and we know we got a bunch of players out too. So maybe that's just kind of, cross each other out. But the reality is, we should not be dropping points to Monaco in this competition. It just shouldn't happen. I'm not gonna kill Nico for how it happened. Just overall, it should not have happened. To everybody's point, we should have put this match away very much earlier in the match. And it's just a little frustrating to once again be on the side of, again, when you come back and get a draw, it feels like a point gained. This does not feel like that. We only had a few minutes left. We should have been able to see this match out. This is very much dropped points. It is not a loss, but it feels like it.
Yeah, no, and go ahead.
No, go on, Danny.
I don't know. I was just going to say, as much as our defending has improved, as much as Donnarumma has been a revelation so far, we're nowhere close to good enough defensively where we can solidly rely on going into the last 5-10 minutes, 1 goal up. You don't take your chances. You don't leave any margin for error. And again, as much as we've improved from last year the bar was very low. Our defense is still not perfect. It's very far from perfect. And again, you leave the door open for mistakes to change games if you don't take these chances. So it's just frustrating in the way it happened. It's a game we should have put a fork in, and the totally elite team would. We're getting back to that status, but it'll take a while. It's just a bit of naivety towards the end has cost us. So I'll pass it on to Ed. I want to know what he thinks.
Yeah, I definitely want to hear Ed.
Go
ahead and unload the clip.
Let me start off with, hey man, big up the panel, big up the chat. It's always good to be back on here with everybody. I don't know how many times we have to say this. Just because you score a goal doesn't mean you can switch off. Every time we score a goal, for some whatever reason, the other team has a shot or a clear opportunity in minutes later. And it seems like, I don't know why we do that, but as soon as we scored today, they were on top of us, and it looked like we didn't know how to handle it. And I'm not really blaming any, like the first goal at the end of the day, top bins, you can't really say anything about that moment, but it's the thing leading up to that moment. We don't gain control of the ball again. We let them pin us back, and boom. And then Haaland is in great form. I want to big up Haaland because Haaland, you can't blame Haaland. what he's doing for us is elite. And for whatever reason, we are not feeding him enough in moments. Reinders, I know what you did at AC Milan, but when you have the hottest guy on earth, how about we just pass him the ball when he's wide open in the box? I love your shots. I love what you do, but you got to understand where we are and what we're trying to accomplish. Gavardio, this might be one of the worst games he's had for us in a long time. With his passing, with his defending at times, but he still put a chip in at certain moments, so you got to give him credit for that. But at the end of the game, I expect an experienced player to know when a defender is shifting over to you, leaving Haaland wide open on the penalty box to slide it over for him. And we could be talking about a different game. It's decisions. Costly decisions again after again. And Nico G, this might have been one of your best games you come on for us. You come on, you're moving the ball, you're doing everything you need to do. And then when the ball comes in, off a set piece inside the box with players around you, you decide to put your leg up like you're about to do a split.
But he won the ball.
Martin, it doesn't matter if he won the ball or not. You're putting the team in a dangerous situation. Anytime you put your foot
Haaland's
back.
first goal be disallowed then, in your eyes?
Martin, there was nobody around Haaland when he put his foot up to hit the ball. When he scored, the goalkeeper stayed close to his line. He chipped it over him.
But
it would have been great if he would have been in position to head it out, but he wasn't. So at that point, what do you want him to do? He's not in position to head it out. So either he gets his foot on it and tries to clear it, or he lets it go and then
you trust your teammates.
They get the goal.
You trust your teammates.
If he doesn't put his foot in, would you say, why is he backing out of a challenge?
No, because he's not in position. Vardio is right behind him doing his job. Sometimes when you're not in positions, you have to trust the people around you. That's a team.
I think that I agree with you, and I hear you, and I'm not trying to argue the point. But if he doesn't, and that ball gets headed in for a goal, then we're killing him for not. Why aren't you on the ball? Why didn't you clear that? And I think that's fair. I think he tried to make a play. He got penalized for it, but I'm with Martin. He got the touch. He cleared the ball out.
According to ChatGPT over here, it does say it doesn't matter if he doesn't actually make contact with the guy. If his foot is high and the ref considers it dangerous, a free kick can be given. So I think it's hard when you put your foot that high. It's hard to convince the referee that if he kicks him in the face, which I couldn't honestly tell if he did or didn't. It looked marginal, but again, is it considered dangerous? It says it's up to the discretion of the referee. So, I mean, if your foot is up that high, you're kind of asking for it. We've seen high foots given as penalties before, or when the attacking team is going for a goal and they have a high foot, it goes the other way. So I wasn't surprised that it was a penalty when I saw where his foot was. Whether you think it should be a penalty or not, or a rule or not, it's different. But if ChatGPT is correct, it says basically should have been a pen.
And
I read somewhere it's not actually in the rule book.
It's not. The word high boot is not in the rule book, but it falls under fouls and misconduct, specifically the concept of playing in a dangerous manner, which is up to the referee's discretion.
Then the game's dead.
But Martin, let me ask you this:
we might as well make it tag football. Then.
The energy we displayed after that pin was taken, did we see that energy in leading up to the pin from our team? How we played after the pin? Did we see that throughout the second half? Where was that sense of urgency before?
No, Ed, I understand that and I get that, but this is where I'm a bit confused. Did we not win the game because of not creating chances because we didn't take our chances.
In the second half, how many chances? How many chances did we create in the second half?
Clear cut.
I felt like there was half chances, or could have been chances, but there were not really clear chances. There was moments
I'd say the
where you're
Rangers
like,
one when he hits the bar.
Yep, hits the bar. That's the one. Gvardiol at the end probably should square it to Haaland.
Yeah, but we did have it depends what you're looking at, because if you say missed chances, then of course. I think for me, I understand the frustration. But I said this, we're not going to smack every team 5-0. I know we've got this thing that we should be doing this, but we're not going to do that. This is where I'm a little bit, yes, do I agree we were slowing our build up? Yes, I would agree with that. But have we got to score 4 and 5 goals every game for everyone to be cockadoo happy and here we go?
No, I don't think anybody on here is saying. I'm just saying, in today's game, I don't think we were smart enough inside the box. When you have Haaland in this form and he is wide open in areas inside the box, I want a player to think, you know what? I'm not going to shoot here. I have this guy to shoot. Let me pass it to him.
Do you know what gets me, Ed? The meltdown today after the game has been more toxic than meltdown after Liverpool and Galatasaray last night, which I find astonishing when Galatasaray hadn't won in 8 years. And
who is the meltdown coming from? Because as a City fan, I can care less what Galatasaray and Liverpool do.
From the Liverpool fans, the meltdown today is quite astonishing over the draw.
Well, I think part of it, for me, I can't speak for anybody else. For me, I want to believe that we are back.
Win 70 out of 7 now.
No, that's not going to happen. But I'd like to believe that we have learned from the mistakes of the past. I want to believe that our players...
just on that, Tariq. So what mistakes today were from last season?
Again, for me, well, I won't even say the defensive fragility. Again, part of it is that players just aren't available, right? Because I don't think any of us coming into this thought Stones was going to be the right back. Maybe you guys did. I didn't. But just our inability to kill a team off when we have chances. That
wasn't our problem last season.
No, last year was a lot of defensive issues too. Yeah, I hear you.
None of the goals today were defensive errors, in my opinion. The first one was just a
screen. Yeah,
that again, no one's gonna. I can't have an issue with that goal because it feels like you said it's just a good goal. Good goals happen. It is what it is. My issue is not even, again, I don't like the penalty call, but it is what it is. My issue is we didn't do enough before that. In between those times, we didn't do enough so that we're not even in that position. Why are we?
No.
We let them stay in touching distance. We let them stay around, and we just left ourselves because we have not shown an ability to be defensively solid. So if you let a team stay in within one goal, again, the whole one goal lead is the most dangerous position to be in. Whatever, right? It's just so we're letting teams hang around, and we can't kill them off. So it's just a matter of time before they go get their equalizer, whether it's fluky, whether it's deserved or not. It just seems to always happen, and that is frustrating for me. Again, I just got to deal with it.
I don't think it's a last season thing. I think it's a recurring theme for this season, which is a bit concerning for me. I know a lot of people in the chat are saying talk about the Doku for Savio sub. I don't think it's that deep. I thought Doku was extremely ineffective today because they completely doubled. They completely doubled up on him.
I've seen 2 different levels on that.
They doubled up on him.
You can tell they did. Yeah,
you can't really expect him to do much if he's getting doubled up on. All you can really do is just say complete your passes and whatnot. So that's my concern. If teams continue to do that, then he's really going to get blocked out of games, and then you have an issue.
I think the frustration there is, for me, it's less about Savio versus Doku. It's Savio versus Bernardo. I mean, quite honestly, I think I would have preferred Bernardo come off. I don't know
Well,
what
here's
he's
one.
offering.
I'm going on this. I said, because I've heard this from a lot of people tonight. Relying only on Haaland won't make us win anything. But as Rybak said earlier on, Rajak, sorry, and I think he's actually spot on. There was times where we should have passed to Haaland, they were shooting. So which one? This is my thing on this Haaland stuff. If you have Haaland and the guy is in form, are they going to pass to him or should they be shooting? Because if they shoot and don't miss, we're not passing to Haaland who's in form.
I mean,
I'm getting a
when
bit lost
Ronaldo
in
was
this
at
relying
Madrid,
on
was he
Haaland.
scoring too many goals? Like, were people saying, "Ah, man, this guy's got 60 goals a year," but
Yeah,
they're not
exactly.
That's what I mean.
When
Like,
Ronaldo did it at United, no one moaned. When
It's funny. It's funny because it's another double-edged sword. If you pass to Holland, Holland scores. It's Holland's the only one who can score. What we do
exactly. This is what I mean. It's I don't know where to go with it because R9 Inter Milan and Real Madrid were scoring goals and scored a shitload. Shearer, I can go through. This is what top goal scorers do. People are going back to the time when we had Sané, Sterling, and everyone else. But guess what? What nobody's talking about is we had no number 9. We were playing a false 9.
I'm gonna do an American analogy. Feed him until he's full. Feed him until he's full. And that guy over there is hungry and starving for more and more goals. And if you saw after the game, the picture he took with the trophy, it looked like he was with a bent.
Yeah, I'm not saying people shouldn't be pissed off at our finishing. It's this, we were total crap part tonight. I'm not buying.
No, we weren't total crap.
I think we were total crap. I'm not meaning anyone here. I'm going off generally what some in the chat and other. It's their opinion. I just don't agree with it. I think we're doing what we're always doing is OTT because of last season still. We're never going to get last season out of our heads until we win some at this. That is when that will go. This team has to prove themselves to some fans. Yeah? So they've got to prove it. And the only way they're going to prove it is by winning and winning silverware. Once that will then bury last season. Because I've seen us play a lot worse this season.
Far worse, yeah.
Yeah.
But they raised my expectation level, and that's the frustrating part. I came into this thinking and believing that we had turned a corner. Not that we were back at our highest level, but that we were on our way there. And then to drop these points today just feels like I was too soon in my
all right, no getting
praise.
On it, yeah. I don't know. And by the way, everyone can call me Happy Clappy in the comments all you want. If you think that was bad compared to our last few games, then hey ho.
That's result-based analysis. I think if we play the way we did today, about 9 times out of 10 we win the game, and that's not excusing the result. Again, I've dug into the performance.
We play like that. We did at Arsenal. We get beat at Arsenal playing like we did today.
Probably, yeah.
But my whole thing is that sometimes you have to take what you want, and this. And I know sometimes, they had 11 men behind the box. So I get it sometimes, passing side to side. I'm good with that, right? But at times, it looked like we had men next to each other and says, here, you have the ball for a minute. Oh, I'll get the ball back. Here, you have it. There was no urgency to get another one and kill the game off. It seemed like the team at times were happy and content with what they'd done in the first half. And they rested on their laurels. And anytime you rest on your laurels, you give a team it only takes one chance when you one goal up.
Yeah, I agree. It felt like there was a big period of the game where it was just so slow. And I do think when Nico G came on, it actually got better. But like we've been saying, we didn't either take the chance or create the chance. It's kind of the same thing to me. Like, chances were there to be had, and they were not.
Phil Foden, great game, created chances for us.
Yep, absolutely.
We had some performers out there today, and I think that's what makes it most frustrating. It feels like we left something out there.
Absolutely,
but that's on finishing.
There was nothing. But Mark, that's when there was nothing to finish.
Yeah, but this is where I'm getting a little bit confused. This is where I'm trying to say. I'm not saying the finishing was bang average. I don't think the performance was bang average. I've seen worse.
Yeah.
Now, Matt, that's your opinion. If you think we're shit, we're shit. You be honest, you think we're shit full stop no matter what we do. So then that's your opinion, mate. You're entitled to it. But for me, the finishing was shit. I worry more when you're not creating those chances. When we've stopped creating those chances, because last season Foden wasn't creating those chances. Doku wasn't creating those chances. Now I'm seeing things that I didn't see last season. Now, yes, I agree. We have to put our chances away. I agree. But I just think tonight's getting a bit blown up out of proportion. Do people honestly expect us to win 8 out of 8? We're still in the top 8.
Yeah.
If you beat Villarreal at home, away, and you beat Dortmund at home, you're in a nice little position. You're at 10 points.
It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, no, we're still absolutely on track to get top 8 again. You need 5 wins, 2 draws, 1 loss.
I don't expect Rodri to be at his best, mate, when he's still suffering a little bit.
Yeah.
It's annoying how it happened, but long term, I feel fine.
John Stones at right back. What did you make of that?
I miss Kusanov.
I didn't really understand it. He hasn't played there in ages, for one. And for two, putting him on the same side as Bernardo Silva, you're giving yourself absolutely no width on that side. There's no threat out wide. They both come inside and you just have no wide presence. And it just congests it too much. You don't make the field big. When you play against a low block, you want to make the field as big as possible. And you can't do that with a right-hand side of 2 players that are inverting. I didn't think Bernardo was nearly as bad as people are making out. I think it's a bit scapegoating. But systematically, I just don't think it really works.
Do you know what I'm noticing here? I'm just on Big Steve short. Genuinely. I'm starting to think, and people need to, everyone's all nice and positive in those comments. What the hell's going on? Is everyone just lost the plot with me? Is it me?
What did you say, though, Mark? What did you say?
He just exactly what I said. It was unlucky. We should have put our chances away. The penalty was unlucky. Exactly, because I was texting. It was exactly what we were saying. But like, there's someone here. I'm not going to name the names. You can go and check yourself. Someone said it was shambles. Someone said shocking penalty decision. Thought it was a fairly positive game, Steve. To me, the team is improving. City playing better than last year. Just disappointed to concede in the last few minutes. Best performance of our recent games. And go on.
I'll repeat, it's a rebuild, not a re-treble.
Yeah.
We're making progress. We've had a difficult set of fixtures. We haven't lost in a month.
Maybe people don't like me, Danny. I've come to that conclusion. They just hate me.
Well, this is what happens when you do a show instead of a short. You know, Martin? Like people are... But for me, John Stones, like I was okay with John Stones when I saw the lineup. But when I saw how Monaco was set up, I didn't see what John Stones was going to really offer us because Monaco was for the most part letting us have the ball. So where he would really help us with build up wasn't really there. And then John Stones on the edge of the penalty box really isn't going to give me anything against a low block. And time after time, he would get in good positions, but, either he would lose possession or, the ball would get underneath his feet. It really didn't offer that much. And then defensively...
All right, then. So who did you want it right back?
Against a low block, I would take Nunes. Against a low block.
Yeah.
I thought Nunes would start just because I thought he was all right. And at the weekend, he scored. I mean, I don't know why there was the need to rotate there. It's not like he'd been playing a bunch.
Because nobody's wanting Nunes or Rico Lewis anywhere near this team.
Martin, people in the chat want Kovacic to start games now. They were getting mad.
This is what I mean.
don't get it. I really don't get it.
No, listen, if you go back to Nunes after the Brighton game, my God, no one was saying put Nunes at right back. Ever again. Never mind in the Champions League.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, most people would have preferred to have Kuzanov there, but Kuzanov's not available. So based off what we have available,
yes, I agree. Yeah,
I think you would go with Nico.
Teams for different locks,
you would go
right?
with
We always
Nunes,
say that.
I'd have played Rico tonight because I think that was set up for a Rico. Because you know, because he inverted Stones a lot. That is what Rico can do. And he had the space, he had the room. I actually think so. Yes, I do think John Stones was probably wrong for tonight. I thought O'Reilly was magnificent again. I haven't seen that kid have a bad game yet, by the way.
Yeah.
I haven't seen him have a bad game.
He
I
doesn't
can't say
perform
much
as
on
well in
Vanderson.
midfield, but
I was really looking forward to Vanderson, but sadly, he looks like he's got quite a.
All of our right back options are getting injuries, by the way.
Yeah, everyone who we've been linked with at right back's going down for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 weeks.
It's funny. It's funny with O'Reilly because I actually think he does well when he stays out wide and holds width. I'm not sure if he has the technical security to.
No, not Rico. No one wants. So and everyone goes.
No, I wouldn't have gone for Rico either because they were doing a lot of long balls over the top on counterattacks, and that's when Rico gets exposed. So I don't. Yeah, Rico.
This is what I'm saying. So no one wants Rico. No one wants. So you kind of ended up with John Stones. I think he was just trying to, like Nobbins tweeted earlier, he was trying to regen the Champions League final out again, wasn't he?
Yeah. But again, it's a system. It's a system you haven't played in quite a while, so it's just a bit weird. Bit of a shock to the system.
And one thing I will say about these system chat, I think it doesn't help the players in. I think it can be a bit confusing because this season we've played 8 games now? Was it 9? 8, 9? And if I'm counting right, we've played 3 different ways of playing football in 3 completely different systems. We've played the controlling game, like tonight, we normally do, a little bit against Brighton. We've played the flat back 12 that we did at Arsenal. And we played the go football, like just 100 mile an hour go for it. And it's like, I feel like Pep's still in his experiment. You know, like he always does up until October, November, where he experiments.
Oh, yeah.
And he doesn't know how to pick this right form. I feel like we're still in that stage with him. I feel like he's not settled or found a correct formation to go with. That's just how it feels to me, because we've seen so many different facets of what we're trying to do here.
Oh, we see this happen every year. I mean, at the start of the Centurion season, we were doing this whole 3-5-2 with Jesus and Aguero, and that changed. And in the 2021 season, we didn't decide on the Diaz-Stones partnership until January. It used to be Laporte and Diaz, and that didn't really work. So again, I have no idea how we'll be playing in a couple of months. It could be something totally different.
That's good to know. A safe space. No to cover. See, Louis don't want cover. I tell you, I'd love it if we could all get in and do a poll about who you start in 11. We'd all come out with a different defense, midfield. I think the only one who'd stay around is Haaland. But I mean, on the Bernardo stuff, I will agree. I thought he was pretty poor tonight. I thought he did a lot of running. I'm intrigued to see what I would like to see Cherky have a goal there when he's fit by the Brentford game. Well, it looks like it's going to be Everton game, by the way.
Everton, yeah.
Which we did tell you last week it was likely to be Everton. And Pep's confirmed it is going to be Everton. So, would anyone be against Cherky going on the right instead of Bernardo?
No.
No, I want to see it.
In a match where you're going to play a compact team like Monaco, I'm not against it. But again, Bernardo's off-ball work is a lot better, as much as people don't want to admit it. So again, in a game where we're going to have to do defending, I would still prefer Bernardo there. Again, in a game like today where we need to create chances and we need to score, I would definitely put Cherky there. So it is worth a go.
I think, I think we all know the main issue we have right now is our right side. And Pep's going to have to figure out his best combination for that right side. Whether that be, a Huznoff and a Cherky, a Huznoff and a Savinho, a Huznoff and Osterbob, or whatever combination of Bernardo, because as we saw today, when you do make a good game plan for a Doku, you know, Foden can only do so much when it comes to creating. You need that right hand side to help out.
I think Bob's been our best right winger of the season, and that's who I'd be going with, just personally. I just think he's better than the other options, even though people will say who haven't seen it.
Right.
Yeah, I think he's been our best right winger for sure.
Wow.
I know people will say, "Oh, we haven't seen it," but I have eyes. I can tell Oscar Bob has it, and he just needs a run of games. And I think Savinho getting the minutes over him is a shame, and I think Bernardo getting minutes over him is a shame. I just think he should play. I just think if he plays, he'll be able to score and create.
What about Turkey? Because we haven't seen him.
I honestly would like to see Turkey more in the midfield personally. But again, I have seen Turkey play like 4 games, so it's hard for me to say.
Right, Jack. For me, it's just hard to say best. I just feel like nobody has separated themselves on that.
Oh, absolutely. Agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, I feel like that nobody has separated and said, Pep, you cannot take me out of this 11.
So I think
it's hard
Bob
for me to
has
say
done
best.
that personally.
I
just don't get it. I don't see how Savinho does well on the right. I don't see how Bernardo does well on the right. I do see Bob doing well on the right. I don't. Maybe
Nick doesn't agree with you.
I think he was given a run of games at the start of the season, and
that's what I say was. That's what I say he was given the games.
Yeah, he was not
there
at the start.
I thought he was doing good at the start, and then we haven't seen him in a while. He hasn't started a game since.
How many assists did he get?
I don't remember. Let me pull it up.
No, for Brighton, for Brighton and Spurs, he wasn't there.
He got to the byline a lot. I agree with you on that, but then, like I joked about, he did a Rabona and then lost it. But I put that down to you. Where I'm with Bob is, I think Bob's sadly, he could have really done without. Bob needed to come in last season when he was hot and ready. You know, when he was like a year. It feels like with Bob, he's lost a year somewhere, which he probably has. He
started 3 games, got an assist, and created the other goal against Burnley by forcing an own goal. So I'm going Bob. He creates more than Savinho, without a doubt, in my opinion, and Bernardo gives you 0 GA. Bernardo's fantastic off the ball. He's great. He runs for more than anyone I've ever seen. But we're sitting here talking about how we need GA from other players because we can't only rely on Haaland getting 60 goals a year.
No, I'm not. No, I'm fighting back on that, Raja. That's my point. I fight back on that.
Yeah, I'm happy with Haaland.
Players don't buy the best striker in the world.
Yeah, I'm not asking for GA. I'm asking for it.
Don't buy the best striker in the world and ask him to go and do other stuff. That's pointless. I didn't hear United fans asking Ronaldo to stop scoring to allow others to have a go.
Yeah, I'm not going to say I'm not looking for G and A. It might be more assists. I'm fine if you get 20 assists. I don't care if you don't score as long as you're creating for somebody else. Somebody's got to put the ball in the back of the net, though. And if you are not going to be an option to score it yourself, you have to be a creative player that's going to get everybody else involved. If you do neither of those things, which is, in my opinion, is what Bernardo is offering at this moment, then you have to run your socks off. And even that's not always going to be enough. And Bernardo, to his credit, he works hard for the team, but that's just not enough. It's just not enough. I get it. He's the captain. He's going to play. I'm not naive. He's going to play, but I want him to give me more. Or I want Pep to bring him off and bring someone else on that can give me more. Don't play him 90 minutes. He's not a 90 minutes player at this point. He's already told us, look, I already know where I'm going at the end of this season. I'm not going to say it, but I already know where I'm going. Okay. We know where you're going to. Great. Now, you can play in moments, but you're not playing 90 minutes. It just doesn't make sense.
See, because for me, this is why I don't get upset with the Savinho stuff so much. Because Savinho gave me 11 assists last year. And for me, a winger and a number 10 are meant to get you assists, not goals. Otherwise, like I said, don't buy a 50 goal a year goal scorer. Because, you know, their job is meant to be getting the ball to Haaland. Their job is not meant to be scoring. And that's just, symbol back to it. I know Elliot's player didn't Mahrez sign us all get Gina when we had Kun. Yes, but at Kun's last knock-ins, and then we dropped down to a false 9.
You also had 2 attacking midfielders in that system, so the creative burden was put more on David Silva and KDB as opposed to the wingers. So that sort of changes things a bit, I would say.
And I'll be honest with you, Elliot, I think Haaland's going to blow Aguero's goal target out of the water. But we're a different team than what we are now. And I do think we have had goal scorers. Foden scored, Nunes scored. We have had goal scorers this year. Because my thing is, if I'm asking Foden to score 10, Sabinho to score 10, Doku to score 10, that's 30. Who else do I want to score? Cherky to get, 10? Mamouche, 15? And then Haaland, 50. We're going to be scoring 200 goals here. And no team's ever done that. So either you've got to lessen Haaland's goals down to up the others. I don't know. And don't forget, by the way, and so this is what I'm not sure. I'm not buying into this Haaland stuff at the minute. I'm not. Maybe it's just me. I don't know. It's like the Bernardo G&A. He's never been a G&A guy. He's generally got about 5 or 6 goals, if that, a season. Bernardo's never been a G&A guy. So I think we're bashing Bernardo for something he's never been.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I mean, if you say Reinders gets, I think that's my question. What is it people want goals to? What goal levels do people want from the other players? 5, 10, 15? I don't know. Because Sereno got 11 assists and I've been told he's shit.
It depends on how they
did this year so far.
Depends on how they
I thought
perform
he
as
was all
goal
right
scorers.
last year, but I think it's fair.
I mean, was Doku ever a goal scorer at Rennes? Not really. So to ask him to get 15
We only
goals,
played about 900 minutes, wasn't it, or something? He hadn't played a lot of minutes.
So I mean, we're misprofiling our players and giving them sort of false expectations. I'm going to get called low standards, but again, Doku was never someone who banged in 15 goals.
Don't be comparing him to Leroy Sané and Sterling now of like nearly 10 years ago, Danny. Let's not go back 10 years for comparisons now.
And again, Savinho, I know he scored a bunch of goals for Girona, but he was never like a banging 20 goals a season.
The goals get shared around. Like, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, Foden can get goals, Marmoush can get goals, Reinders can get goals, Roger can get goals, and then Haaland can get the bulk of goals, and then everyone else chips in here and there.
Well, what did Mamouche get last season there when I was at 16, 15?
15, 16.
For us or
for us or total?
For us.
I think I got like 12.
12 or something, yeah. Low tens. Yeah.
That was in half the season, though. Yeah.
That's
but
in
that was
half
the season, yeah.
So you got to remember, so Mamouche's out injured at the minute. Cherky's out injured at the minute.
I think that's going to be the conundrum when Marmouche comes back. Right now, it's going to be hard to take Doku out of the lineup. So how does Marmouche get his minutes? I mean, he's got to come in for somebody. Obviously, he can spell Haaland in moments, but it would be hard on Doku to take him out of the lineup at the moment.
But I think, Kyrie, I think that's the issue we have when we do turn to a bench. Like, I would rather have Marmouche be coming on instead of a Savinho.
Sure, especially if we're looking for goals. Absolutely.
Yeah, and I think that's where we are right now, is that when we do turn to our bench to change a game or to maybe add something to the team, we're kind of lacking in that area right now. Because if my number one option to come off the bench is Savinho in his form right now, then I have some questions.
Fair.
Yeah, fair enough. But again,
like Marmouche got 8, by the way, 8 goals in 22
I mean,
games.
it's just
no, not just Premier League.
PL. That's just PL, or that's all comps.
That's all 22 games, all comps, 8 goals, 1 assist. He only played 16 Premier League games. 4 in the FA Cup.
I would have guessed that was low. Interesting.
Yeah, 2 Champions League games, no goals.
I mean, we tried Marmoush on the right last season against Wolves. It didn't look especially good. I know it's a very small sample size, but
I was going to ask, would you move Doku over to the right and let Marmoush have the left, or at least I'm sure we're going to do that in some matches. But
we'll just do this very quick super chat at my other house. Getting ready for bed. So it's always this time of night. Outdoor Benj with a £2. Thank you, mate. Enjoying the content as always, gang, and we enjoy your continued contributions, Outdoor Benj. Thank you so much. Carry on, Tariq. My apologies.
go on.
No, it's all good. I was just asking the panel if again, because I said that it'll be hard on Doku to take him out of the lineup to bring Marmoush in, but Marmoush typically, I've only seen him excel on the left side, or I guess maybe if you wanted to play him through the middle in Haaland's spot. But is there a place for Doku to go to the right? We were having a conversation about who's our best right winger. Could Doku be that answer and Marmoush be the answer on the left?
I think personally, to maintain my theme of keeping the players in form, I would keep Doku on the left. Yeah, but if he continues to get doubled up on like he did today, then I would consider maybe changing something, move him to the right, or just drop him altogether. Because again, today he was just totally blocked off and didn't really do much. That's not really his fault. That's just a systematic thing that people are starting.
Doesn't he always get doubled up though?
Well, I think it was what we saw today, and you got to give Monaco's coach a good job. It was basically saying, I'm not going to let this guy beat me. Somebody else is going to have to do something, maybe on the right-hand side, maybe through the middle, but somebody else is going to have to impact this game than this guy.
So understood. Is that a failure? And again, I'd be careful how I say this because people take it the wrong way and make it something that's not. But is that a failure on Pep or the staff or whoever? Because we always played through we played through Doku on that left side a lot. Do we not have something else that we can do? Is there not another option? Can we not go down the right side?
Well,
if you have Oscar Bob playing,
potentially,
right? But Danny, if I'm thinking back, Danny, didn't a lot of like Doku's moments, if we can say, maybe came through transitional play, and maybe where we were countering more?
Like which moments are you thinking?
Like I'm thinking about his best moments. I'm thinking about like Arsenal. I'm thinking about United. I'm thinking about those games. It seemed like he had more space.
Sure, but in those games, we were ceding possession and we were trying to hit teams in transition. Today, where Monaco sort of changed their fundamental principle, they usually play like 4-2-3-1. Today they played 5 at the back, and you can't really do that when the other team is letting you have the ball.
They don't want the ball. They didn't want the ball. We gave them the ball and went, all right, then come on us. Monaco didn't want the ball.
If you're playing a team that doesn't want the ball, then there won't be transition. So that's the issue. And that's why I'm a bit nervous about Brentford, because they have a tendency to also be very, very compact defensively. If they send their right center back along with Coyote to Doku, that's going to be a difficult block to break down. And
they are now.
They are an excellent transitional team too. So yeah,
we'll
have to change.
What do you think we did differently than Burnley though? Because Burnley kind of played low block too. Did we do anything different?
No, I'd say Monaco were more low block than Burnley today.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Far more low blocking than Burnley were.
Yeah.
At least Burnley were trying to have a little bit of a go in some sort of instances. Monaco were working off set pieces and things like that.
The one thing I would say about Burnley is that our right-hand side is more traditional width. We had Nunes and Savinho. He's not necessarily a touchline winger, but he's much more of a natural winger than Bernardo is. So you had two sort of actual sides of width as opposed to one that just cuts inside. Because again, like it all gets a bit pushed to the left if you don't really have a wide right-hand side.
Can I just say one thing just on this Savinho stuff? Because everyone's saying Savinho, and I hear it. I hear what people are saying, and I agree. But do you remember what we just said about about Docker needing a run of games, and you said it about Oscar Bob Raja, and I do agree. Serenio's not had a proper run of games yet.
I would give him a run of games as well. I mean,
he's having 40, 50 minutes.
Not everybody can get a run of games.
No, so how do I know if he's good or bad or indifferent then? So what you're saying is in the 40 minutes he's on, in the 2 games, he's got a bag. Or he's shit.
He didn't have to
he
bag.
did get one. He did get one in his last appearance, didn't he? I mean, again, I don't think his appearance was great, but he got a goal in his last appearance.
So basically, if we're saying not everyone deserves a run of games, and Savinho is one of those people, then we've just given up on him after a year, and he's still very young. So that's
he's only played 78 minutes in the Premier League in 3 games.
Yeah, to me, that's
in the Champions League.
No, when I say he doesn't, not everybody will get a run of games. Not everybody is going to be able to start 4, 5 to 6 games. Some players on our team is going to have to be able to be that super sub off the bench in 30 to 40 minutes to give us the best they got. Not everybody's going to have 5 to 6 games where they're starters.
Sure, but if the right wing is as up for grabs, as we've all said, why not give the one guy who hasn't gotten a run of games a run of games?
Over that. You need to go over that, Elliot. I keep saying it. If we're going to go back to 10 years ago, we've got problems then. That is doing a Man United mentality for me, Elliot. United used to live on 10 years ago, we were this, 10 years ago, we were that.
Well, how are you taking that comment? Because what I'm
no,
thinking,
I know
he's saying
he's talking about the squad depth. I know he's talking about squad depth and the level we had, but I think I think it's harder to build a squad like we had then. You look at Liverpool now. Eki's already toys coming out the pram. He's been there a month, and he's already bottom lipping it. Again, I don't think players today will wait. I don't think they will just sit on a bench and go, "I'm all right, Jack."
The league has developed since then as well.
Yeah,
if we play like that,
in that stance of the squad, but I just think football's changed.
The bottom teams nowadays are a lot better than like the bottom teams back then. You could afford to play that way against like 60% of the teams in the Premier League. Now, like teams in 12th, 13th, 14th are still very, very good teams. You know, look at even Sunderland. They had a very ambitious window. I wouldn't feel safe playing super expansively against them based on the way they played. So, again, the game has changed, and I expect Pep to adapt with it, and I think he's done that so far. So I don't think you can just necessarily go back to that per se.
I think this is the problem of you have got to give a run of games, and the trouble is, like, he's so hard. Like I said, Serenio's actually played no minutes, hardly. 50 minutes in the Premier League is nothing.
Yeah, I mean,
you have 5 winners like we have, someone's not going to play.
Exactly, this is the problem, and this is where I do worry for Oscar Bob Raja. I think Oscar Bob Clare is the 5th choice in them all.
Hurts me deep down.
I think he is.
There's got to be something.
5th choice
the other
behind.
part of it is. Sorry, go ahead.
Sabinho, Doku, Bernardo.
Marmouche.
You're just talking both sides in general.
Yeah,
okay.
both sides in general.
I thought you were going to say on the right. I was like, wow, how does he?
No, not on the right. No,
side?
I'm talking about left and right, wherever you want to put it.
Yeah.
And is that fair on Bob? Probably not. But again, we're back to the same old problem again.
No, but Elliot, my point is not moving on from being good. My point is moving on from being good in that way. We didn't play expansive winger attacking football in the treble season. We played more pragmatically. The game has evolved beyond gung-ho attacking
and
football.
Mahrez asked to leave because he wasn't playing in them games, Elliot.
Mahrez, man.
That's the problem. Players are less patient now. I wish they weren't, but they are. And I know everyone goes, money talks. Doesn't always talk, though.
If we play the way we did 8 years ago, and we win games 5-2, 5-3, everyone's going to say, why can't we defend? Where's the control? So we can't win.
If we win 8-2, I'm just going to be celebrating the 8 goals. I'm not going to care about those 2 that we give up. Let's just be honest. If we give up 2, but we score 8, it's fine. if we give up 2 and we only score 2, now I've got a problem. Now our inability to keep a clean sheet matters.
Why did we score that?
If we score, when we beat
9-2.
United 6-3, nobody cares. We got 6. We got double hat tricks. Who cares? But when we only get 3,
right? I've hit it, Tariq. So what you're saying is, something a good friend of mine said a long time ago. When everyone's happy and we're winning and you're scoring, you're not that bothered about 1 or 2 errors. But when you're not winning, the errors become landslides, and you want
absolutely. That is absolutely gospel truth right there.
You blame the tea lady. It's the pitch. You watered it too much. Everything becomes a problem. The pies in the stadium are shit. Your TV provider's too expensive. Everything becomes a problem when you're not winning. When you're winning, oh, it's well worth this £50 a month. I'll pay it every week. Yeah, I bet you will.
See, my show bro, and he's probably not watching, but my show bro Charlie over at Shades of Blue, when we first got started, I used to complain because we couldn't defend. We can't keep a clean sheet. Boom, boom. And he was like, 3-1 is just as good as a 2-0. So we started calling it the Sharpie clean sheet because it didn't matter if we. So it didn't matter if we kept a clean sheet as long as we won. So yeah, I'm good with it if we want to go outscore teams as long as we can do that consistently. But when we're keeping them in games and then give up that 1 goal, give up that 1 opportunity, that's frustrating.
No, Matt, see, I'm different. I can't support like that. Each to your own. If you can, great. I can't. I was brought up on just support, win, lose, or draw. It's where the City till we die bit came from. I get each to your own, and everyone's different amount, and I respect it all. Just I was brought up of criticize, but I just think if we beat Brentford on Sunday and we beat them 3-0,
everyone's going to say we're back. Everyone's going to say we're back.
Yeah. This will be forgotten. Yeah,
and this is what I mean.
Yeah, it's the moment.
It's hard to keep up.
What have you done for me lately?
Exactly.
And another thing is, everyone was blaming the referee for the penalty. Arteta's going to start crying over the weekend, and everyone's going like, "How dare you, Arteta?" As if we weren't doing the same thing today.
But all of a sudden now, that shit decision by the ref being ignored, and it's out on everything else. It's like, I don't know. It's crazy.
Yo, Bernardo Silva was taking a piss, guys, in his press conference. He was like, Eric Dyer, he's known for diving. That's basically what he's saying. He's known for diving. He's done this more than once. And then Eric Dyer came out and said, well, I felt something hit my face. I can't, speak on Bernard. So is this.
Yeah, I didn't see that, but at this point, I wouldn't have said it. I don't think that's
tonight's goal. Tonight's performance was worse than the Al Hilal game. I'm like, okay,
what?
give up.
Come on, dude. Let's not exaggerate.
I was there. That was awful.
Awful.
That's what I heard. I'm like, okay.
No. However, that Foden goal in the Al Hilal game, man,
you know it's not that easy.
Crazy.
By the way, Amar, thank you for the £2. We had a great team once, now full of mediocrity.
I think that's harsh. Again,
I'm
in my feelings in the moment. I'll get over it. I'll be better. I'm thinking that there other fans are in their feelings at the moment. We will all get over it. Like you said, we will go. Hopefully we go smack up Brentford and we'll all be good. All will be well with the world again. It's just in this moment, we're just a little frustrated. And I think we have to recognize where I'm at. I know I'm frustrated, right? I can recognize that, but it's not the end of the world. We don't have to act like it's the end of the world.
Ed, you're not helping the fat Matt's putting them quotes in here.
No, man, I love this guy, man. I love this guy. I love him right now, man.
At least where we're going to start with a standards debate.
No. I'm not saying the standards.
Martin's got none.
No, it's not that. I'm just saying I love to see when a player who had 2 goals, who's playing out of his skin right now, is more worried about team results than his own individual record.
Yeah, and I agree.
I love that. That's why I put it in there.
It is great.
He's not going in having a fisticuff fight with him in the bloody thing going, dickhead. Let's call it out.
it is nice to see. I think sometimes Ed will probably see this weekend. I'll use an American analogy. She's stateside. AJ Brown is a
I thought you were going to say
very,
something about
very
University
good
of Miami
NFL
smacking you
receiver.
up.
Fantastic NFL player. And his team is dominating. They won the Super Bowl last year. They're 4-0 this year. However, he has like the worst amount of receptions through 4 games in his career. He's got like 10 catches for 800 yards, something like that. And he basically they won the game and he posted this cryptic tweet about how he needs to leave in silence. And I would much rather have Haaland be the guy who's scoring goals, and that's not enough for him. He wants to win, than the AJ Brown situation where your team is winning, but you're pissed because your individual numbers are not where they should be, in your opinion.
You know, Earl Haaland's looking around and saying, guys, this is not good enough. You know, you got Raji coming out saying, this is not good enough. And I think it goes back to, you know, what Tyreek was saying. It looks like we turned a corner, and yet we still got to hold ourselves accountable and saying it wasn't good enough. Now, for Brentford, before the national break, that's your chance to put on a better performance.
Why do we always get Brentford before international break? That's who we lost to right before the World Cup, right?
I was about to say, yeah. That's the only time I remember it being. I know we had it after the international break last year, but
we're only on 71 likes. Should be on 100 at least. 150.
Come on, guys. Like the video.
It's free and it helps. Appreciated. Who was everyone's man of the match tonight, by the way? I know mine was.
Top three. Do top three. Do top three, Martin. Who's your top 3 choices?
My number 1 was Foden, Haaland, Docker.
I was going to say Haaland.
Oh, O'Reilly.
Yeah, mine was Haaland, Foden.
No, I'm going to say O'Reilly. I'm going to change that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then I'll mirror you, Haaland, Foden, O'Reilly for me in that order.
Yeah, same with me.
Haaland, yeah.
O'Reilly's got to be in that list. He's just been incredible, not just tonight, but just in general. Since he's been back at left back, he's been amazing. And I think he will, if he's open to it, he will keep Ait-Nouri out of the lineup.
I don't think it was poor, Nick. I thought it was the only one. I thought it put us in some good positions.
I thought he was wonderful in the first half. I thought he actually cut open their low block on the dribble a couple of times, which is something you don't see all that often. You always associate passing and shooting with breaking down the low block. On the dribble, he was excellent. So
that flick to Savinho too, man, was filthy.
Mm-hmm.
And Vardio was wide open. Vardio, man, the man shifts over to Vardio. I see Haaland on the penalty area asking for the ball. And that's what really oh my gosh.
They got back. I am doing a space in 30 minutes. And then late night.
Martin, are you sure?
Yes.
Martin, are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm asking you this for real now.
Yes.
Be careful, Martin. Be very, very careful.
I'm in a ranty mood tonight.
So hey, it's nice to be on the same side of you, or the same side of an argument with you after what happened last week. We had a fiery.
That wasn't even my fault. He's the one who came on in a right mood, and then
I know.
Afterwards he went, "Yeah, we actually agree." I went, "Yeah, just I can't believe what you." I'm with you on it. I'm with you on it.
Come over to space. Hey, you guys got to go into X, join it for some spaces sometimes if you want to see these guys go at it.
Came in real spicy last week. It was like, whoa, where's that come from?
Hey, Danny,
and the thing was,
for you.
at the end of it, Danny, we actually were thinking the exact same thing. So I don't know where you got the idea and I was against it. But we saw it out in the end.
No, I was going to ask Danny, did you watch the Academy kids play today? EDS?
I watched the second half.
Okay. How was the Sangari kid?
Very good. I think today was his best game.
I heard he got a hat trick, but
he did get a hat trick. Very nice header, a rebound, which was sort of difficult, and then a penalty. So yeah, good for him.
Very good older.
Does he have the potential to make it to the first team?
I'm not so sure. He's had 2 very good games, and then the rest were He's very uninvolved, and he's also quite one-footed. He's also very left-footed, and he uses his right foot a bit more. But a good start for someone who's coming from an unfamiliar country into a league he's not played in before. He's settled in pretty well. So hopefully he gets in the team against Reading at the weekend, scores another couple of goals, and I'll keep being pleased with him. They got good striker depth in the EDS, so again, not really his own position. He's got to fight with a couple other players. So proud of him. He's done well to settle in so far.
Yeah, I saw he got the hat trick. I just wasn't sure.
I'm not allowed to talk about Gabardiol anymore, Blue. I get told off. So
what would you have give Gabardiol this game, guys? What would you have given him?
I'm not saying anything on Gabardiol anymore. I actually thought Nico G was all right when he actually came on.
He was fine.
He was good.
I know Shot Connor. See, I don't have that much of an agenda. Everyone says I've got an agenda, but I don't.
Again, I still have questions over his technical ability, but again, off the ball, good, doing pretty well, developing. He embodies
talking about Nico G.
Yeah, he embodies the rebuild. He comes in as a good player, and he needs to get better. He'll hopefully.
So you say we win. I still think we can win the title, and you're gonna think I'm all crazy, but I think we can.
I absolutely think we do. We can win the title. I
would also agree.
I just think our opposition is quality. I think Arsenal are a very good team, and I think Liverpool will come good at some point. So we just have to stay focused. And
I think Liverpool have been a bit like we were last season.
We'll see.
Yeah, we just need to click at the right time.
Again, I'm a lot more concerned about Arsenal than I am about Liverpool at the moment. But again, very long season.
My final thoughts on tonight is I think we'll look back at this point tonight, and I think we'll go, you know what, wasn't a bad point. Bad finishing, not a bad point. I honestly believe we will. Because I do think we'll qualify out. I think we'll qualify in the top 8.
I don't think I'll ever call it a good point. I'll probably be able to sweep it under the carpet eventually.
Do you know what? Maybe it's my old school thing, but I always go point away when at home. Maybe that's just my old school.
Oh, yeah, no, I've heard that.
1990s mentality of the win at home, point away job.
Yeah, I think so. I understand that, but with this configuration of the UCL, I just don't know if that necessarily hits the same.
What do you mean, what shit? What?
Because we don't play the same teams, home and away. So now, it's just kind of hard to say.
Nick. I think they're a team of individuals right now. I honestly think bringing in the certain players they have has upset the balance of that whole team.
We're absolutely on track to make top 8. Again, the long-term ramification is we can't really rotate in the last game. We might have to try all the way to the very end. Because I know the whole trope of the Champions League is you win your first 5 or you win your first 7, rotate in the last game. We're gonna have to try till the very end. So
yeah, nobody's right, Jack. I know you're gonna jump. Go and give Brad Jack a lot of love. Does some great shots, by the way. I am enjoying him. Go and show him a lot of love. Big up, mate. I'm one of them of, and I'm upset at the finishing. I am. I'm not into all this. We were shit. This play is shit. Listen, I think that's just going. I don't think we're ever going to leave that this season. I think when we don't win, I think everyone's just going to have a bit of a pile on because that's just where we are now.
I was thinking to myself the other day, when was the last time we dropped points and no one really cared? People just said on to the next game. Never. It hasn't happened in years. It's weird.
No. Well, we go mad now when we concede a goal. We win. Say we're 4-0 up and we concede a sloppy goal at the end. I go onto timelines and I'm like, fucking stickheads can't keep it clear. I'm like, what the hell? It's like, is Ed frozen or is it, mate?
Oh, he's frozen. He's frozen.
He's frozen. I had to double check that then. And I get it. I just think, I keep saying it. I think last season is really played with people, played with people's minds. And you're in that camp. You're either in it's a rebuild or we want instant success.
Thing is, I don't necessarily trust the team fully just yet, but I'm also not going to melt down when we drop points. The ship, again, like I said about an hour ago, the ship has been righted. We're a good team. It's still a while till we're a great team. I'm fine with being a good team for now, as long as we keep improving game on game on game. And that's what we've been doing for the last month.
I'd rather be where we are now, and then we improve come October, November, December, and we go into it.
Yeah, like we usually do in our title winning seasons.
Yeah.
Gap is only 5 points to the top. Just got to make sure it stays there.
And here's a bit of positivity for you all. Sorry, you know I'm happy clapper, but I got to do this. But the next time we play in the Champions League, Cherky will be back, Mamouche should be back, and Nori could be back.
Yeah. It's a beatable team in Villarreal, so hopefully we execute a bit better than we did today.
And then you're at 7 out of 9, and things don't look as bad as that.
Kusanov back too.
Kusanov back, that's what it means. Things don't look as bad. You beat Villarreal, you're at 7 out of 9. You beat Brentford, you beat Everton. That's what I mean. Because it's so early on in this season, right now, one win in the Premier League jumps you 4 places. It's that tight in the Premier League. Literally, one defeat drops you 10 places. One win jumps you 10. If you look at us on Sunday, we went from being 3rd, 4th, 5th, back to 3rd. Then we were down into 6th. Then we dropped to 7th. And then, and this is where it has, because it's so early on. No cushion, no clean sheet.
Just win. Just win on Sunday by any means necessary. Brentford always run us closest. It's going to be about fine margins. So, again, the game plan is fine. It's just about executing it. Today, we didn't execute to the max. So, just take your chances.
I'm definitely all for just get points. I don't care about the aesthetics at the moment. Just get the points and let's go.
I am going to disagree with that a bit. I know. Fast checker, short opinion. That's all. It's fine. I don't think there are easy games in the Champions League.
I think the point may be that they're in 30th in this table.
Yes,
they only have, but there's only been 2 games, so they could end up much higher than that. But as of right now, they are in 30th spot on this out of 36. So I think that might be why he said that.
And I mean, if you're playing a team from England, France, Germany, Spain, or Italy, they're a top 4 team in their respective league if they've qualified. So again, you're basically going to the equivalent of a Big 6 away game in a different league. So again, they're not some sort of pushover team, but they were missing so many players that it is a bit of a disappointment.
Right now, Liverpool are 17 from Barcelona are 16. So should they give up the ghost on them?
And again, PSG finished, God knows, it was like 15th last year, and look what they did. They won a treble.
Yeah. We just don't want to be in that spot where we have to win to advance. We want to be able to get that. If you want to
I agree with that. I do agree with that. I agree with that.
It's funny you say that, Ashkun, because he plays for Leverkusen, and we have Leverkusen in our group fixtures. Brentford's ex-goalkeeper Flecken. So that's going to be a fun game, isn't it?
Yeah, Monaco with 5 wins, 1 loss against an English team. I didn't know that. Leverkusen's worst form overall. They're a mess.
Well, Flecken's going to make 20 saves, so it won't matter.
Shouldn't look at the Premier League. See, I always say December, but we'll just say it's true. Sky Sports News just said Gonzalez got sent off. Wow. They are really bitter about not having that Champions League contract anymore.
That's really just factually wrong.
Yeah. Well, where's that come from? Oh dear. Anyway, final thoughts, gentlemen. Unless you got
Can I ask you guys a question?
Yeah, go on.
Would you guys start Rodri against Brentford?
No.
Why not?
I did get nervous tonight when I know it was his right knee, not his left one. I know, but when he went down, I was like, I think we just got to manage him. Pep said he can't play 3 in a week at the minute. Now, I know technically it's not 3 in a week because you got the international break. Would you? I see. I play Nico J, but now you're going to hate this. I would have Bernardo Silva. That's where I would bring Ronaldo in.
I said Ronders.
No, but maybe I don't know. I think Nico G needs a bit of a babysitter in that 6 role at the minute.
I just don't think Brentford are so poor of a team that we like disrespect him like that. I think we have to take him seriously. Even at our best, it's been fine margins against him. So I would just play him. I want to win this game by any means necessary. Then we can talk about rotating when the squad gets bigger after the break.
Do you know the thing? Someone's saying about Kovacic. Kovacic hasn't even played yet.
Yeah, you can't.
Well, we got
Can't just
Swansea.
chuck Kovacic straight in.
You got Swansea coming up after the break.
Yeah, that's when he's coming. I just can't chuck Kovacic into a game starting when he's not had any minutes whatsoever. Foden needs rest. He'll get it after. I don't think this is the problem. Until Cherky and Mamouche get back, he's not going to get a rest, mate. That's what I mean. You can't say they need rest and then say demand we're not winning. And then if we're going to drop Rodri, Foden, you can't then say why we're not winning games. The squad is not that deep.
Could you do a midfield three of Nico, Bernardo, and Reinders, rest Foden, and play, say, Doku and Savio or Doku and Bob on the wing, just to give him, if you wanted to rest him. Again, I'm not saying you want to or you should want to, because again he's playing well, but I think that's possible.
I think Foden is key on the weekend with the block, the low block.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know that you want to take him off, but
yeah, I think for Rodri, it's going to be a hard decision, man, because that game's going to be. Because on one hand, Nico G didn't play bad when he came on today, but on the other hand, it's.
I was going to drop Reinders.
I would drop Reinders. I would drop Reinders.
Do you think he was bad tonight?
I don't think he was bad. It's just it's in the final third. It just hasn't clicked for him yet.
I thought he was better today than he has been in the last few weeks.
I thought he was more productive today than he has been in the Premier League.
Yeah,
because I thought the pace suited him.
Yeah, but we'll see what
Great in
happens.
chances.
Yeah, it just wasn't. It was that final. Like, I know he tried to put Bernardo in with the back heel. It didn't really come off.
I need it in a minute. Everyone's stressing me out now.
It's like the old picture of Pep, the video of Pep where he's smoking and after a title win, isn't it?
He's been hanging with his song too much. That's what it is, guys.
And I'm about to go in a space, and Elliot's going to come in and start giving me shit. I know he will. And sometimes he only does it just to wind me up. Yeah, I'm just the Rodri thing is a conundrum for me right now.
Do you guys think we would ever see a midfield of Marmouche, Reinders, Foden? I mean, Marmouche, Foden, Rodri?
No.
With Foden the 8? No.
Why is everyone?
I haven't seen. Sorry, go ahead.
Why is everyone giving up on Reinders?
No, we didn't say he might need a rest. I'm just saying, could we ever see that?
What? He's played 6 games.
He's played all the games.
He has appeared in every game.
No, I know, I get that, but this rest thing, where does it come from?
Well, you guys want people to have a run of games. I'm just saying, we got to get somebody get some rest or a run of games.
A run of games when the squad size gets bigger. We have one more game before the international break. I want the best team out there. I want one final push, and then we can talk about rotating.
You tell me you're trying to win a league, eh?
We have gotten run close by Brentford too many times for me to rotate.
Thank you, Danny. Are you trying to compete with this league? So you're either saying you don't want to compete, you don't think we're competing with the league, or you don't think Reinders is that very good at the minute. So which one is it, Ed? Yeah, you're on the spot. The hot light is on.
You just said you want to drop Reinders. Wait a minute. You just said you want to drop Reinders for Bernardo.
No, I didn't say drop Reinders. No.
So Ed, when we draw 1-1 and we're now 7 points off the top, I don't want you to come on here and say, we drew, where's our creativity in the final third? You dropped Reinders.
Oh, you dropping Bernardo.
You didn't ask me that, though, did you?
Oh,
you just
okay.
presumably said I said
You just said
Reinder.
Bernardo needs to be the midfield to help Nico G.
Exactly, but then I don't. Top and bottom of it is he going to rest Rodri? No.
Okay.
And you know he's not.
Yeah,
Why
but-
take him off at 60 minutes tonight? You might as well give him the 90 and rested him Sunday if you're going to do that. He's took him off on 60 to rest him for Sunday, clearly.
Yeah, I know that.
Same with Doku.
Yes,
I
Docky.
know now what 11's going out based on his substitutions now.
Is Bernardo right wing though?
Probably Bob. Because he didn't play at all today, did he?
No, and that's where it worries me. That's where the Bob thing worries me, Tariq. That's what I mean by his fifth choice.
Because if he doesn't start Tyreek,
And Pep's comments at the weekend were exactly fulfilling on Bob, were they? Because he hadn't. Would you say it was more direct or indirect dig at Bob? What he was saying on Sunday after
I
the
say more direct.
game.
What comments are these?
When he said about, well, there's a reason I've had to bring Bernardo in because Bernardo can do what the other subs have not done when they've come on. Like, who's that digging at here, you little shit?
No, he actually
Exactly
named him. He said,
digging
you know,
Bob out
Bob, what Bob did today is what I want to see more often because he said in the first handful of games he didn't give me
You
that.
weren't doing it.
Yeah. So it was very direct.
Yeah, I also think it's a bit harsh. I remember Bobby's still a young lad. Someone's going to put some. He's 22. He's not that young anymore. We always let Danny cook. Just generally, Danny gets the wrong end of the stick and blames me and shouts at me in a space for an hour.
Oh, stop it. I apologize.
If you want to see Danny cook to say we should not bring any academy players into the first squad, that's when he cooks. That's when he cooks.
See, Darsh, I disagree with you. He's always been the model professional in the academy. I don't think he would kick up a fuss. I really don't. Having talked to some of his old teammates back when he was in the EDS, he was always seen as a model professional. I don't think he'd do that.
Yeah, I agree with that, Danny, because Bob actually turned down a loan move in the summer.
Yeah.
Which you know, Dash.
Interesting.
And Danny probably knows actually. The club were looking at potentially loaning Bob for this reason of you may not play a lot. And Bob went, no, I'm here to fight and I'm going to fight. So credit to Bob.
Absolutely.
Credit to him.
Absolutely.
There's some youngsters in that team, if you give them a choice, they don't want to fight right now because they don't believe they've got a chance.
Yeah, correct.
And that's sad. That's the sad reality of this. There are youngsters, good quality youngsters, that know they're just not going to make it.
Mm-hmm. That's very true.
They need a pathway. They need a pathway through. They need to see a pathway. And this is why we can't. I know everyone wants us to go to the market and spend through. Someone said it, we need to spend another 300 million in Jan. Well, we can't just keep going spending 300
million in January is a little crazy.
You're going to go from 115 to 230 charges.
Yeah, that's now. We'll beat them as well.
Do we think that actually gets cleared up in the break, the international break?
We have said this for like the last 3 international.
I know, that's why everybody keeps saying it. So it's like one of these international breaks is actually going to happen, right?
Yeah. There was that tweet from like Stat City in March where he said happy 115 Eve, and here we still are.
Gone up now. Nick's at 299. We'll add 50 every week. You know what? Yeah, do you know what? I think it's just going to drop during this. I don't ever think it's going to drop during an international break anymore. Because we'll do the October one, then we'll go to the November one, and then we'll be like, oh, it'll drop January. And then, but you know the honest
it's going to drop during the
there,
World Cup.
There is no good time to drop it.
Oh, I still remember pulling that all-nighter for the cast verdict. I was wired at like 2 a.m. because we got cleared. I couldn't fall asleep.
I remember being on the phone with Alan at 3 a.m. the night before. And he was like, Martin, have you heard out? I'm like, Alan, it's 3 a.m. in the morning. Nobody's fucking awake to be taught to know the decision in the morning. Like, just wait till 8 a.m. It'll be out at 8 a.m. He was like, but you know, when I'm like, Alan, I can't be messaging people at 3 a.m. in the morning if they know.
That's funny. Funny stuff.
But crazy. No, Tariq, have you got any shows? I know you got a show tomorrow, haven't you, mate?
You know, I knew you were going to ask me that, and I'm trying to figure out who are our guests tomorrow.
You should know this.
And
I can't even redirect. It's not till tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow evening at 8:00 Eastern time for us here in the States, which makes it 1:00 in the morning for those of you that happen to be across the pond. But yeah, it's if you go to Shades of Blue or at Shades of Blue NW in pretty much all the different spaces, you'll find, or all the different social media accounts, you'll find out who it is. Because I just can't find it that fast, and I'm sorry.
Well, what I'll do is I'll bang it in. I'll bang it in the chat.
Cool.
Come on, chat. We're close to 100 likes, guys. Come on. We're so close to 100 likes.
Chat. Are we not on 100 likes, chat? Shameful. Shameful.
89 is what I'm seeing on YouTube.
Shameful. We're not on 100 likes. Come on, we need your help because YouTube are shit at the minute. YouTube is shitting themselves. Plus, you can't be having Blues down under having more likes. I'll get killed off these lads. They're in their own little competition at the moment.
So tomorrow is Amy MCFC, for those that might know her. She's a City fan from the LA area, but comes out to all the matches, whether in the States, goes out to the UK quite a bit. Sal from Curva Mundial, and Gabby, who is, I believe, an Arsenal fan. So they'll all be on with us tomorrow evening.
Okay.
Sounds good.
I like it. Ed, out coming up.
Guess not.
Nope. Danny, out coming up. Are you doing out with LB soon, or
after the Brentford game? Sure, but aside from that, just midterm after midterm. Just got to get the last two ground out, and
well,
we'll be
we
set.
wish you all the best of luck, mate.
Yeah, they've gone very well so far. I appreciate that.
This is last year, right?
No, it's only my second year.
Oh, only second year. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, well, the best of luck. And tomorrow we are back at 9:30, where we're going to talk. In fact, Danny, if you want to come on tomorrow night, you're more than welcome, because this is right up your street. Time for the youth movement.
The youth movement, saw that, yeah.
So if you want to come and join us, Danny, you're more than welcome. I know it's mid-afternoon for you, but
I'll let you know.
Yeah, like I said, we're going to talk about, because I've seen a lot of sell Stones, sell everyone else, and bring Vic Tays, Juma Bar, everyone in, and we're going to roll.
Lucasa.
We're going to roll with a 19-year-old squad, which is fine, but I don't think people understand the what will come with that. And that's the thing. Me and Danny always said, we're fine with going with the kids, but don't be going mad if you don't win a title or the Champions League.
Sure.
Are you giving them a chance, or is it not a chance? We'll discuss that tomorrow night. But anyway, yeah, thank you for joining us. Smash those likes. Love these shows. Coming up in about 2 weeks is the USA versus Aussie show. So, yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm going to be stuck in the middle.
You know, I was watching this match today. I just knew Balogun was going to score. I was like, he can't score for the U.S. He's going to score against us tonight. I was so about to be upset. So,
yeah,
save those goals for Australia.
Was that tonight? Oh no, I wonder when that was.
Which one?
The KDB meltdown on Conte.
Oh, that was last weekend.
That was over the weekend, yeah.
Oh, that was at the Milan game, wasn't it? Yeah, I was just noticing that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. 2 assists for KDB today.
Yeah. Both.
Hey, Ed, what's your college football team again?
Talking to me?
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
I just
before we
want to.
left.
I just want to know. I'll make sure I understand.
Yeah, we got you this weekend, man. Don't worry about
Okay.
it.
Okay. I
Can
just
they
We
make
got you this
sure.
weekend. We kind of overlooked. We overlooked Virginia, man, because we were thinking about y'all, man. It's been a bad few days for me, man. It's really been a bad few days.
I'm just making sure because I didn't give Ryjack enough of a hard time. So.
Oh, hey, man, right? We don't need to talk about that team right now, man. I tell you.
Hey, I'm not knocking any Blues down under Martin. Don't worry, mate. It's all love to me, Martin. I just gotta make it, trying to get the likes up. KDB Miracle Man, appreciate you all. No, appreciate you all, JCM. But anyway, thank you all for joining us. We'll see you next week. We'll be back hopefully to our 11. No, because Villarreal's Tuesday, isn't it?
Villarreal's on a Tuesday, yeah.
Yeah, so we
Swansea
can do
is on a Wednesday.
on the Wednesday for that one, which will actually be quite good. So we can talk, and hopefully we can talk 3 points. Hopefully. But anyway, big up all. Take care. We'll see you on the next one. Appreciate the guys. And as always, up the Blues. Take care.